Now that we're back in level 2, it's been made really clear to us that all businesses have to have the government COVID tracker app available, and we have a QR code at all of our facilities, regardless of whether they're council or privately owned. We also, as a sport, have to maintain a separate register for those people who don't have the COVID tracing app, so that we can track and trace people if required by the Ministry of Health. And that's why you'll see the ID.me system still available at all of our facilities. What we're asking parents and coaches to do is to support their children and those groups of young people to have them registered and signed in. It's really important, and this is a key consideration of how sport can continue. We've also put extra measures in place to make sure our junior teams have match cards where details of players are all written down, which we wouldn't normally do at level 1 or in a normal season. I think one of the things that's been highlighted through COVID is the importance of communities coming together and the important and vital role that community sport and physical activity plays in our lives. One of the advantages of being able to operate at level 2 is that people can still get out there and get active in a safe environment. It's been hugely important that our clubs have all been behind us, and parents and coaches in our wider community, to make sure that this can happen. It's such a huge benefit and a value that our kids, and even right up through to our older participants, can get out, get active in a positive team environment. So sport in Canterbury at level 2 is essentially a bit of a mix of what we're used to and what would be normal sport, but life is still recognising that life's really a little bit different. So under level 2, we're really lucky that we are still by and large able to run community sport as we would do under alert level 1 with some additional restrictions. It's really important that everybody follows these rules and guidelines to make sure that sport can continue. So under alert level 2, there's been a lot of restrictions that we've still had to put in place to make sure sport can be managed effectively. One of the areas is around sanitation and cleaning. We've been really lucky to obtain sponsorship from a local supplier who's given us enough sanitizer and gloves and sanitizer spray to keep our clubs and all of our facilities going through the alert levels. We've also had to enforce social distancing rules, and one of the ways that we've managed to do this is by closing areas such as changing rooms and discouraging spectators from coming to our facilities. We're quite lucky in hockey that Ngā is a large outdoor area, and so we've been allowed to still have some spectators there as long as people follow the rules and guidelines that we have in place. Some of our other facilities, such as Ngā Park, are quite small and condensed areas, and while we've been able to put things in place like signage and fencing to physically distance people and to separate the turfs, it's still a congested area, and we've asked that people stay away. It's really important through these processes that if sport is to continue, that the parents, coaches and people involved in playing all abide by the rules so that sport can continue.